graduation and a good job. That's what we're all seeking, right? But what exactly does that all entail? Life beyond school can mean relocation to wherever employment is found. But here's a bit of bad news. You may not be living exactly where you grew up. And for some of you, this could be a real jolt to your system. So where might you end up? According to employmentspot.com and other websites, of the top 20 employment hotspots in the United States, 9 of those are found in the South. One of the fastest growing job markets is the Southern United States, where I was born and raised. Where I was born and raised. So there's a pretty good chance that eventually you're going to end up in the South. And for some of you, this might be a little bit of a culture shock. While I can't introduce you to everything that's different in the South, I can help you overcome one cultural hurdle: grits. Even though a dollop of creamy white grits on the edge of your breakfast plate has been a deeply embedded Southern tradition, grits have a long and fascinating history in America. This tasty dish of ground maize was originally a Native American dish, which was even before the Pilgrims arrived. But then again, who knows? Maybe they even had grits at the first Thanksgiving. Grits continued to be part of America's history throughout the 18th century. Southern people especially took great interest. They used stone mills to grind up the corn. They used the finer parts for cornbread, and they used the coarser leftover parts for a primitive form of grits. Now today, 3/4 of grits are sold in a region known as the Grits Belt, which stretches from Texas to North Carolina. But if you want to increase grits consumption in Utah, you're going to have to make your own. Now, although they might seem a little hard to find them in the grocery store, a box of grits can almost always be found. And if you have enough guts to make them yourself, the recipe is actually quite easy. Just stir in dry grits into boiling water, stir until thickened, reduce to a simmer, and then add butter, salt, and pepper. Now, admittedly, grits do look a bit like cream of wheat. Do not be fooled. If you really want to try and fit in with your southern neighbors, do not, I repeat, do not put brown sugar and milk in your grits. They will not even think that you're trying. Now, grits are more like a side dish, like hash browns. You can even put them in your eggs, or you can meat them with just plain butter, salt, and pepper. Or you could be really special and put them in you can make a special dish such as shrimp and grits casserole, or even cheesy garlic grits. Grits have a profound impact on the South, and they are a very important dish there. And no breakfast in the South would ever be complete without a mess of grits. And if you wonder why things move a little more slowly and a little more gently in the South, it's probably because of grits. A recent article in the Charleston, South Carolina Post and Courier states, "A man full of grits is a man of peace."